Welcome, my dear Sagittarius, both longtime followers and curious newcomers to Zodiac Talks Tarot, where astrology meets wisdom, psychology, and just a touch of Buddhist insight. If this is your first time here, pull up a chair. If you've been with us a while, you already know this isn't your average daily horoscope channel. Here, we dive deep into the stars, into the mind, and yes, sometimes straight into those questions you've been avoiding. And Sagittarius, let me say this, you're probably the only zodiac sign that can walk into a room, flash that mischievous grin, and have people thinking you've just dropped in from some intergalactic adventure. You bring the party, even when you don't mean to. That sparkle? It's not just charm, it's your nature. You light up spaces without even realizing it. And if no one's told you that today, let me be the first. Now, let's get real. You've been through your fair share of heartbreaks and disappointments. And no, it's not always about romance. Sometimes it's friends who let you down, jobs that felt like dead ends, or life throwing you one of those classic cosmic curveballs when you least expected it. But here's the kicker, those stumbles? They're not punishments. They're your initiation. Sagittarius, you're not just any traveler, you're one of the chosen ones. And life has been secretly training you for your year of triumph 2025, even if half the time it felt like the universe had you on a reality show called Let's See What They Can Handle Next. Spoiler, you handled it. What these letdowns teach us if we're paying attention is simple. They show you where not to waste your time, and more importantly, how to trust that brilliant inner compass you've been blessed with. Because honestly, your intuition is sharper than most. Sagittarius, you often know the truth before anyone else does. So next time that gut feeling tells you don't text them back at 2 a.m., maybe listen, unless you want to star in your own personal soap opera the next morning. Let me tell you something, Sagittarius, and this is coming from someone who's spent a lifetime studying the stars, decoding human nature, and sipping tea with a few Buddhist monks along the way. If there's one golden rule for you, it's this: be fiercely loyal to your heart's deepest desires. You're not here to win a popularity contest or get a gold star for people pleasing. Unless, of course, that gold star comes with a side of personal joy and inner peace. And believe me, I say that with the utmost respect for both your wild heart and your Zen side. Because honestly, trying to please everyone is like trying to herd cats in a thunderstorm, chaotic, exhausting, and destined for failure. Sagittarius, you weren't born to follow the crowd. You were born to listen to that fiery inner compass that's been steering you right all along, even when it takes you down paths that make other people raise their eyebrows or clutch their pearls. Now, let's talk about this thing the universe is doing with you right now. What you're facing. It's not random bad luck. It's part of what I like to call the Chosen One Bootcamp. Yeah, life's been throwing you some cosmic curveballs, but that's because you're being prepped for something bigger, your year of triumph 2025. This isn't spiritual kindergarten anymore. You're being shaped, sharpened, and sometimes lovingly smacked upside the head by the universe because the path of the chosen one is never easy. It's like spiritual CrossFit, no pain, no gain. And guess what? You've been handling it like a pro. You did the right thing by following your heart, even when it wasn't the popular choice. That's not just wisdom from the stars, that's straight up ancient monk level insight. One once told me, be true, even when it hurts. And knowing you, Sagittarius, you probably smiled, took the hit, and kept walking like the cosmic rebel you are. So, if someone got offended because you spoke your truth, that's on them. Their karma. Not your circus, not your monkeys. You've got better things to do than babysit fragile egos. Like, I don't know, live your wild, unapologetic life. Let me lay it out straight for you, Sagittarius, and I say this as someone who's spent decades knee-deep in zodiac charts, human behavior studies, and, yes, even a few silent Buddhist retreats. One of your greatest powers is knowing when to stick around and when to pack up and leave like a cosmic gunslinger riding into the sunset. There's wisdom in knowing your limits. When a situation no longer serves your growth, whether it's a toxic relationship, a dead-end job, or a group chat full of bad vibes, you don't owe anyone an explanation. Just give them that classic Sagittarius half-smile, throw in a playful "Hasta la vista, baby," and walk out with your head held high. Trust me, it's a move Bruce Willis would envy. But let's get real, speaking your truth is your spiritual birthright. You were born with that fire in your soul, and the universe expects you to use it. That said, even the boldest truth teller needs a little filter now and then. Before you let your mouth go full freestyle, make sure your brain's at least clocked in for the shift. A little mindfulness never hurt anybody, and it sure saves you from those awkward "did I really say that out loud" moments. Now, here's where it gets interesting. The universe, along with a friendly nudge from Archangel Isaiah, is sending you a heads up. Fresh ideas and new inspirations are headed straight for you. And no, this isn't some vague cosmic fortune cookie. This is your destiny calling, loud, clear, and probably on speakerphone. You're protected, you're guided, and frankly, you've been preparing for this kind of breakthrough your whole life. So go ahead and shake up your world. It's about time. And if you haven't noticed by now, your intuition is practically on fire. Seriously, you're like a human lie detector with a built-in cosmic GPS. You know who's real, who's fake, and when someone's about to serve you a load of nonsense, usually before they even open their mouth. That, my friend, is your Sagittarius superpower. Let me break this down for you, Sagittarius. And I say this as someone who's studied enough astrology, psychology, and life itself to know when the universe is throwing a wink your way. When the Ace of Pentacles shows up in your reading, it's like the cosmic jackpot bell going off. We're talking big blessings, golden opportunities, and fresh starts headed straight for your 2025 year of triumph. This is the card that says, "Hey Sag, you've done the work, now here's your reward." It's like winning the lottery, except, you actually earned this one with sweat, wisdom, and probably a few awkward life lessons along the way. But wait, the universe isn't done with its little surprises. Get ready for those out-of-the-blue calls, messages, or unexpected news that'll make you check your phone twice. It could be a job offer, a long-lost love interest resurfacing, or that college roommate finally texting you back about the $20 they borrowed in 2017. Sagittarius, with your luck, it could be all three in the same afternoon. And because I know you appreciate a good laugh, let me tell you about that time I took a brutal pharmacy exam back in the day. It felt like trying to memorize the entire periodic table while dodging a professor who had the charm of a medieval executioner. If I survived that madness, trust me, you'll survive whatever life's throwing at you right now. That's the thing with us Sag types, we fall, we get up, and we usually laugh about it before the dust even settles. So here's the real takeaway. Positive changes are coming. Peaceful resolutions are within reach. And your personal recovery? Already in motion. Sag, don't sweat the small stuff. You've got a destiny bigger than most people's imagination. You're a legend in the making, even if you still can't remember where you put your car keys. Let me give it to you straight, Sagittarius, and this comes from years of studying zodiac patterns, human nature, and, let's be honest, watching people repeat the same mistakes in love like a rerun of a bad soap opera. The world doesn't need another person trying to fit in. That's not your role. You weren't born to blend into the background like wallpaper at a dentist's office. You, my friend, are a chosen one, and with that comes a strict no BS policy. The universe stamped that on your soul the moment you arrived here, meaning you're here to stand out, speak up, and shake things up, even when the crowd wants you to just go along. Spoiler alert, you never were good at just going along, and that's exactly why we love you. Now, here's your energy update straight from the Cosmic Hotline. You know that person of interest you swore you were so over? The one you told your friends, I'm done. Totally done. Yeah, about that. They're thinking about you. A lot. Like, binge watching your memories on repeat a lot. And they're not just sitting there looking nostalgic with sad violin music in the background, they're actually about to reach out. You might want to prepare yourself, because patience isn't exactly their strong suit these days. And trust me, it's not just casual thoughts. This person is practically drowning in memories of you, the good kind, but the kind that sting a little, you know? The kind you scroll past on your phone at midnight and think, dang, why did I mess that up? That's where they are right now. And yes, they've been replaying your last conversation in their head like it's the season finale of some overly dramatic soap opera. Except this time, you're the star they can't forget. So, buckle up, Sagittarius. You've got someone who's been carrying around your memory like emotional carry-on luggage, and they're just about ready to make a move. Whether you roll with it or roll your eyes, well, that's up to you. Let me break it down for you, Sagittarius, and I say this as someone who's clocked more hours studying astrology and human psychology than most people spend binge-watching reality TV. Right now, that special someone from your past, you know, the one who thought they could play it cool, is about one deep sigh away from making a decision straight from the heart. Yep, even after the heartbreak, the awkward silences, and probably a few text messages they never sent, they're leaning toward taking a chance on love. Shocking? Maybe. Predictable? Absolutely. People always seem to catch feelings once a Sagittarius walks out the door with that classic I'm over it swagger. But here's the kicker, this person didn't just slip up before. They fumbled so hard it probably echoed in another dimension. And now? Oh, now the regret is hitting like a triple shot of Monday morning espresso. You know that sinking feeling you get when you remember you left your wallet at home? Multiply that by 100. That's them. They're in full-on what was I thinking mode. And if you're wondering how deep they're in it, let me tell you, the tarot didn't just give a casual wink on this one. Nope. It called in the whole major arcana squad, the emotional heavyweights of the deck. That's like the universe slamming the "this is serious" button on their heart chakra. They're knee-deep in emotional quicksand, my friend, and every moment they hesitate, they feel you slipping further away. Because let's be honest, if anyone's a master at the art of moving on like it's just another Tuesday, it's you, Sagittarius. You've always had one foot in, one foot on a plane ticket to your next adventure. And that's exactly why this person's panic is starting to look a whole lot like a rom-com plot twist, only you get to decide if it's a reunion or a credits roll moment. Alright, Sagittarius, let's bring this cosmic roller coaster in for a landing, shall we? Because if there's one thing I've learned after years of studying the stars, human nature, and a little Buddhist wisdom on the side, it's this: people usually don't realize what they've got until a Sagittarius walks away like a legend in slow motion. And right now, that person of interest is scrambling to rebuild what they broke. Are they finally getting their act together? Let's call it progress with a side of comedy. They're like a kid trying to fix a flat tire with duct tape, sweet effort, questionable results. But here's the plot twist nobody talks about: deep down, you still care. Yep, even with your signature Sagittarius pride riding shotgun and your I'm Fine playlist on repeat, part of you wonders, what if? And that's okay. Curiosity is your nature. You've always been the sign that leans into life with open arms, even when the ride gets a little bumpy. Now, let's talk about the real elephant in the room, guilt. And I'm not talking about your late-night snack habits. This person? They're carrying guilt like it's designer luggage. It's heavy, it's obvious, and it's pushing them toward finally coming clean. Looks like they might just spill the tea, and probably with the awkward charm of someone who knows they messed up but still hopes you'll laugh about it, someday. And you? You're more open than you want to admit. Reconciliation isn't off the table, and don't worry, your curiosity won't kill your vibe. In fact, it might just bring some clarity. Besides, you're Sagittarius. You're known for doing whatever you want, whenever you want, and making it look effortless. So here's your cosmic heads up, they'll find the courage to reach out. Sooner than you think. You can wait, or not. Because let's be honest, you've got adventures to chase, horizons to explore, and a whole year of Triumph 2025 waiting for you. And if this message hit home, you know what to do. Smash that like, subscribe, and share it with your fellow chosen ones. Your journey with Zodiac Talks Tarot isn't just a reading, it's a front row seat to the epic saga that is your life. Now go out there and enjoy it like only a Sagittarius can, wild, free, and totally unstoppable.